Have you ever been in a room where you give your smile, your energy, your time, but somehow it feels like no one notices, like your presence doesn't matter? Friends, family, colleagues, we all crave one thing: to be valued. But here's the hard truth: sometimes the world won't value you, and that's okay. Today, I want to share why it's time to stop giving your priceless smile to places that don't deserve it. Because life is too short to water the weeds and ignore the flowers. Your smile, your time, your energy, it's sacred. And it should be given where it's cherished, not wasted where it's ignored. Friends, let me tell you something very simple, yet very profound. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how the world treats you. If you constantly undervalue yourself, if you keep giving your time, your energy, your love to people or places that don't even acknowledge it, then what message are you sending to the world? You are silently telling them, it's okay, I don't mind being invisible. I don't mind being overlooked. And my dear friends, that is not how life should be lived. You see, every smile you give, every ounce of energy you share, every moment of attention you offer, it is precious, it is priceless. And when you give it to someone who doesn't value it, it's like giving gold coins to someone who doesn't even know what gold is. It's not their fault, they simply don't see it. But it is your responsibility to know your worth. It is your responsibility to protect your energy. Valuing yourself is not selfish, it is essential. If you don't respect your own heart, your own mind, your own soul, then don't expect the world to respect it either. Think about it. When you walk into a room, do you carry your presence like a gift or like a burden? Do you demand your own respect? Or do you silently hope others will notice it? Because friends, hoping is not a strategy. Hope may get you temporary recognition, but it will never give you lasting respect. That only comes from self-respect. And here's the most important part. Valuing yourself is not just about saying, I deserve respect. It's about showing it in your actions. It's about choosing where to invest your energy. It's about knowing that your time is limited, your heart is limited, and your life is limited. So why waste it on places where your smile falls flat, where your kindness is met with indifference, where your presence is invisible? Your smile is sacred. Your attention is sacred. And when you value yourself, you protect these treasures. You reserve them for those who truly deserve them. Remember this: the world will sometimes ignore you. People will sometimes fail to appreciate you. And that's okay. But you must never ignore yourself. You must never fail to appreciate yourself. Because the moment you stop valuing yourself, friends, you start giving your life away, one invisible, unappreciated moment at a time. So today, I urge you, look in the mirror. Don't just see your reflection, see your worth, feel it, own it, and promise yourself that from this day forward, you will never give your smile, your kindness, your love to places that don't value it. Value yourself first, always, because when you value yourself, the world has no choice but to follow. Friends, let's take a moment to think about something very simple yet so powerful: your energy. Yes, your energy. The way you feel, the way you react, the way you smile, the way you care. It all comes from this invisible, priceless resource inside you. And the truth is, it is limited. It is not infinite. Every day, every hour, every minute, you are spending this energy, sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. And what we often forget is that not all energy is spent wisely. Think about it. How many times have you given your best smile, your best words, your best attention, only to feel drained afterward. How many times have you gone out of your way to help someone, to make someone happy, to lift someone up, only to realize that they didn't even notice? Friends, that is the reality of life. Your energy, your effort, time, they are valuable. More valuable than money, more valuable than fame, more valuable than any material possession. Because once energy is spent, it cannot be regained. You cannot take back the time you spent worrying about people who don't care. You cannot reclaim the moments you invested in places where your presence was invisible. And this is why we must learn to protect it, to honor it, to be conscious of where it flows. You wouldn't throw precious water on a rock and expect it to grow. Similarly, you cannot waste your energy on people, places, or situations that will never appreciate it. It's not about being selfish, it's about being wise. It's about understanding that the world will ask for your energy in countless ways, and you have the power to choose where to give it. When you start valuing your energy, life begins to change. You start noticing patterns. You notice who drains you, who lifts you, who adds value to your life, and who simply takes and takes. And that awareness is liberating. Because then you begin to say, I will give my energy where it is appreciated, where it makes a difference, where it matters. And isn't that what we all want? To feel that our efforts, our love, our presence actually matter. Friends, every time you give your energy to someone who doesn't value it, you lose a piece of yourself. You lose a little bit of your joy, a little bit of your peace, a little bit of your spark. But when you start protecting it, when you start being intentional about where it goes, something magical happens. You feel lighter, you feel freer, you feel more alive, and the people who truly deserve it, they receive it in abundance. Your smile becomes brighter, your love becomes stronger, your presence becomes more powerful. So today, I urge you to look at your own life. Ask yourself, where is my energy going? Is it being spent on the right people, the right places, the right moments? Or am I scattering it in places that will never appreciate it? Friends, energy is precious. Your energy is precious. Protect it. Treasure it. And give it only where it is valued, only where it makes a difference, only where it returns to you multiplied. Because life is too short to waste your best energy on those who do not see your worth. Friends, let's talk about something that many of us struggle with, recognizing toxic spaces. Now, what do I mean by toxic spaces? I mean those people, those places, those situations where you feel drained, unseen, or unappreciated. The places where you give your time, your attention, your energy, and somehow, instead of being nourished, you feel depleted. It is subtle at first. You may not even realize it. You walk in with hope in your heart, you smile, you try to make a connection, but slowly you start to feel smaller, quieter, less important. That, my friends, is a sign of toxicity. Toxic spaces are sneaky. They don't always shout at you. Sometimes they whisper. A dismissive comment here, a lack of acknowledgement there, a constant expectation that you give more than you receive. These are warning signs. And yet, how often do we ignore them? How often do we convince ourselves, it's okay, maybe they're just having a bad day, maybe it's me. And we stay smiling, we stay giving, we stay hoping. But the truth is, hope alone cannot protect your heart. Hope alone cannot shield your energy. Recognizing toxic spaces is not about blaming others. It's about being aware. It's about seeing clearly where your presence is being appreciated and where it is being taken for granted. Friends, it's like tending a garden. You wouldn't plant a beautiful flower in a patch of concrete and expect it to bloom. You wouldn't water a plant that's already dying in a place with no sunlight and soil. Similarly, your energy, your love, your smile, they need fertile ground. They need spaces that nurture them, not choke them. And here's the most important part. Once you recognize a toxic space, you have a choice. You can either continue to fight against it, hoping it will change, or you can take the courageous step to step out. Friends, stepping away is not giving up. It is protecting your heart. It is honoring your own value. It is saying, I deserve to be in a space that sees me, that appreciates me, that nourishes me. And the moment you take that step, you feel lighter, you feel free, you feel alive. Because life is too short to spend it in places that drain you. Life is too precious to scatter your love, your energy, your attention where it is not welcome. Recognizing toxic spaces is the first step to reclaiming your life. It is the first step to protecting your peace. It is the first step to ensuring that the smile you give, the kindness you show, the energy you share goes only to those who truly deserve it. So I urge you, friends, open your eyes, look around you, feel your energy, notice how you feel in different spaces. And when you sense that subtle drain, that quiet dismissal, that invisible weight, recognize it for what it is. And do not be afraid to step away, because the world has many spaces, many people, many opportunities where your presence will be treasured. And that, my friends, is where your heart should belong. Friends, this is something we all do. More than we realize, we seek validation. We look around and wonder, did they notice me? Did they appreciate what I did? Do they think I am enough? And in that moment, we tie our happiness, our confidence, our very sense of self to the opinions of others. But let me tell you a truth that will set you free. Your worth is not measured by anyone else's acknowledgement, not by anyone else's approval, not by anyone else's recognition. Think about it. How often have you done something kind, something thoughtful, something generous, and it went unnoticed? How often have you worked hard, poured your heart into something, and felt the sting when no one even said thank you? Friends, the moment we start relying on the world for validation, we are giving away our peace. We are giving away our joy. We are letting others control how we feel about ourselves. And that is a dangerous place to live. Seeking validation from everyone is like trying to catch water in your hands. It slips through no matter how hard you try. No matter how much you give, some people never see it. Some people never care. And some people will never value you for who you truly are. And that is okay. That is their journey, not yours. But your journey is to recognize your own worth, to honor your own heart, to stand firm in the knowledge that you are enough exactly as you are. Friends, true freedom comes when you stop asking for permission to be yourself. When you stop needing someone else's nod to feel confident. When you stop waiting for applause to feel proud. Because once you own your worth, the world's opinion becomes just noise, background noise that cannot shake your inner peace. You begin to walk with a lightness, a strength, a quiet confidence that no one can take away from you. And here's the beautiful part. When you stop seeking validation from everyone, you start attracting the right people. The people who see you, truly see you. The people who value you, not for what you do for them, but for who you are. And suddenly, your energy is no longer scattered. Your smile is no longer wasted. Your love is no longer unappreciated. You invest in relationships, in spaces, in moments that honor your presence, and your life becomes richer, deeper, more meaningful. So today, friends, I urge you to take a moment and ask yourself, Am I living to please others? Am I giving away my happiness to those who will never value it? And if the answer is yes, then it's time to reclaim your peace. It's time to stop seeking validation from everyone. Stand tall, smile because it feels good, love because it feels right, shine because that is who you are. And trust me, when you do, the right people, the right spaces, and the right moments will naturally find you. Because life is too precious to live for someone else's approval. Life is too short to wait for others to tell you that you are enough. Friends, you are enough. Always have been, always will be. And the moment you truly believe it, the world has no choice but to follow. Friends, let's talk about one of the hardest things in life, saying no. Oh, how difficult it is! Because somewhere deep inside, we've been taught to be people pleasers. We've been told that saying yes is good, that saying yes is kind, that saying yes makes us likable, respected, loved. And so we say yes again and again and again, even when our heart is screaming, no, this is too much, this drains me, this is not right for me. And slowly, without even realizing, we give away pieces of ourselves. Our time, our energy, our joy, our peace, all given to places, people, and situations that may not even value it. But friends, here's a simple truth. Saying no is not unkind. Saying no is not selfish. Saying no is not weakness. In fact, saying no is strength. Saying no is wisdom. Saying no is love. The love you show to yourself. Because every time you say yes to something that drains you, you are saying no to something that could truly nourish your soul. Every time you say yes out of guilt or obligation, you are stealing your own peace. And I know how hard it can be. We worry. If I say no, will they be upset? Will they think less of me? Will they stop liking me? Friends, the fear of disappointing others is one of the most subtle ways we give away our power. But here's the truth. If someone cannot respect your no, if someone cannot honor your boundaries, then maybe they were never meant to be in your life the way you thought. And that is okay. That is not rejection of you. It is a reflection of them. Saying no without guilt is a practice. It takes courage. It takes clarity. It takes self-respect. You start small. Maybe today it's saying no to an extra task that overwhelms you. Maybe it's saying no to a social invitation that drains you. Maybe it's saying no to a conversation that is toxic or unproductive. And with each no, your confidence grows. Your boundaries strengthen. Your energy is protected. And slowly, your yeses become more meaningful. Because when you do say yes, it is not out of obligation or guilt. It is out of genuine desire, genuine love, genuine capacity. Friends, your life is not an endless resource. Your time, your energy, your heart, they are precious. And saying no is your way of honoring that. It is your way of saying, I matter. My peace matters. My presence matters. My joy matters. And when you start saying no without guilt, amazing things happen. People start respecting you more. Relationships start becoming healthier. Your energy flows where it is truly appreciated. Your happiness becomes intentional, not accidental. So today, I urge you practice the power of no. Practice it with love. Practice it with confidence. And remember, saying no to one thing is saying yes to something far greater. Your peace, your growth, your happiness. Because friends, life is too short to spend it giving away your heart, your energy, your time, and your smile to places where they are not valued. Learn to say no. Say it without guilt. Say it without fear. And watch how your life transforms when your energy is protected, your boundaries are respected, and your soul is honored. Friends, let's talk about one of the most beautiful, yet often overlooked truths of life, genuine connections. In this fast paced world, we often chase numbers, titles, and superficial relationships. We collect acquaintances, not friends. We network, but we rarely nurture. And in the process, we forget something very simple, very human, very sacred. The quality of the relationships we hold in our lives matters far more than the quantity. Think about it. How many times have you smiled, laughed, or shared something with someone